FamOver.
Fam, what's good? What's good? This your boy Thou, FamOver TV. I appreciate everybody tapping into the channel, showing love, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, stopping by, whatever you're doing. I appreciate it. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is always advised. Salute to everybody out there on this good Sunday. Hope everybody feeling real good. Couple days away from the holiday, Christmas. You know what I'm saying? And then the new year will be here. We just was talking about how fast everything was going, and the time is almost here. 2026 will be here in no time. Still a lot of crazy shit going on out here in the world too. Still a lot of crazy stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? They playing around with the Epstein files. They don't want to release them because everybody's in the files. I believe my boy Trizzy probably in there too. He just don't want to release them. He don't want too much to get out. You know what I'm saying? We got flooding going on that they not talking about on the news. Got power outages going on in San Francisco. It's a lot of crazy stuff going on. Fog. Man, it's crazy out here, man. They're trying to convert us over from to a cashless society, make everything digital, all type of stuff, man. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button on your way in. DJ, what's good? I see you with the new pick. Buddha, what up? Solo, ATX, Micah, what up, fam? Shoes, salute to everybody. We're just gonna wait for a few more people to fall in, then we'll get started. You said that fog is crazy. Yeah, that fog super crazy. I've been seeing people dropping videos. They saying like little stuff coming from that fog too. Like it's leaving residue all over the cars, cribs. So you know people breathing it in and shit. That fog real crazy too. It's down in Texas now too. I don't know how it's rolling, but hopefully it don't spread everywhere. But it look like that's the direction they going in. I don't know. Crazy work. For real. We got some people in here, man. We gonna go ahead and get it started. I know people start falling in once we get going. Salute to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get it rolling.
San Francisco is also the scene of another breaking news story here. About 130,000 PG&E customers here are in the dark due to a large outage. You can see from PG&E's outage map, this is covering what looks to be about a quarter of the city here in San Francisco. This was first reported at around 10 this morning. The Richmond, the Sunset District, the Presidio, Golden Gate Park, and parts of downtown are all being impacted by this. That includes the Powell and Civic Center BART station. PG&E says it's still trying to sort out the cause of this outage and does not yet know when power might be restored. But they say they do not anticipate any more outages. Drivers are being warned that traffic lights are impacted by this as well, and to treat any disabled stoplight as a four-way stop. Now, this outage is also impacting BART as well. So pack some patience if you're planning to head on transit. The transit agency posting on X that trains are currently not stopping at either the Powell Street or Civic Center stations due to the outage. We're in contact with PG&E and we'll bring you updates as we get them. But remember, this is a really busy time in San Francisco. It's the holidays, so lots of people are headed into the city to catch the Warriors games, to enjoy Union Square. And so it's been really disruptive for people to not be able to get on BART or to have to navigate around this standoff or to deal with the power outages. And so just be patient out there on the roads. There is rain and a little bit of slick roads out there, and at some places where the traffic lights haven't been working, there are traffic personnel on the ground directing traffic.
Man, that's crazy work. They don't even know when the power is going to be restored, and they don't even know what caused the power outage. That's kind of crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to like be on no conspiracy shit, and it might just be a simple outage. Something might have happened and caused an outage, but An outage like that, 130,000 people with no power. That don't seem like it's something small. That's something major that happened. It's crazy work.
San Francisco experienced a blackout, y'all. Not a small blackout. I'm talking about a big blackout. Not a few blocks. I'm talking about a third of the city lost all their power. Just imagine, all the lights out. The traffic signals is off. Cars were stuck because they couldn't go. Because it was going to be a goddamn traffic jam. The crazy part is, it happened like this, instantly. No warning, nothing. So officials is saying that a substation fire is the reason this happened. So the substation caused over 100,000 people to lose their electricity, to go with no lights. I'm hearing you even had like electrically powered cars not moving. So that's confusing me. Why they stop moving? That's just crazy to me, y'all, that the system failed like that. And this is supposed to be one of the most advanced cities in the world. But you gotta ask yourself, if a single incident could shut down San Francisco, that substation fire or whatever they're saying, what happens in a real crisis?
Right.
What happens in a cyber attack or extreme weather and the whole power grid go down? If this can happen in San Francisco, it can also happen in a city near you. That's why I always tell people, stay prepared.
Yeah, just got to be prepared, man. San Francisco might be a test subject to an experiment. They might have just like, let's black this motherfucker out for a few days and see how the people react. I'm just saying, entertainment purposes only. I ain't trying to go too far into no conspiracies and all that type of shit right there. But you never know. You know what I'm saying? These days and times, you never know. Christy was good. Dion, what up, fam? Dead, man. Let's keep it going. Man.
This video captured the fiery crash as a business jet burst into flames while attempting to land at Statesville Regional Airport, about 45 miles north of Charlotte. The crash happened across from Brevin Renwick's home.
Very heart-wrenching to view, given that, lives were lost in that. So it's pretty hard.
The Cessna C-550 took off from Statesville at 10:06 a.m., headed for Sarasota, Florida. 4 minutes into the flight, the jet turned back toward the airport and appeared it was attempting to land when it crashed through the woods, ran through a fence onto the tarmac.
Like, this is amazing. Like, this got my mind just in a whole nother area. Like, how, man? What is going on? Another one. Every day, every damn day, it's been plane crashes, y'all. Another one, man. Condolences to his family and everything, man. I didn't know him, but they say he was a NASCAR driver, Greg Biffle. I think I heard of him, but I didn't really know too much about him. But that's sad, man. Another plane crash. This shit crazy.
It was in the air for only 8 minutes. North Carolina State Patrol Officer Chris Knox.
We have confirmed that 7 occupants of this aircraft are deceased.
Killed in the plane crash were NASCAR star Greg Biffle, his wife Christina, and his 2 children, Emma, 14 years old, and 5-year-old Ryder.
Unimaginable for the families. I can't put myself in their shoes and come up with any words that describe the families that we've been in contact with today.
Biffle competed full-time in the NASCAR Cup Series from 2003 to 2016, driving primarily for Roush Fenway Racing and winning 19 races. In 2023, he was named one of NASCAR's 75 greatest drivers. Off the racetrack, Biffle was an experienced pilot who flew Fortune 500 companies and several NASCAR teams. Last year, after Hurricane Helene devastated parts of North Carolina, he flew relief missions to help survivors.
I just felt like if I don't go, who's going to?
The National Transportation Safety Board and the FAA are investigating the crash. Dennis Dutton, Jack Dutton, and Craig Wadsworth were also killed. Now, NASCAR called the loss tragic, and in a joint statement, all 3 families said that they were devastated and heartbroken beyond words.
Christian Benavides, thank you.
Hopefully this reclassification.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. The whole family. Man, that's sad, man. Right. Like I said, you don't want to just go all the way conspiracy all the time and everything. Like, damn, someone had that. Like, it must But it's not no coincidence that all these planes is going down. And then for him to be like, come on now, he doing good deeds. He helping hurricane victims and all this type of stuff and everything, helping families, like doing good deeds. Like, how can something so tragic happen like that to him? Act like it's something to this, man. It's something to all this. This shit is crazy, man. Amber was good. Martin was good. Red Cap. Danny.
Which, by the way, polls at 82%, will help many of those patients live a far better life.
What does classification 3 actually mean in layman's terms?
So under the Controlled Substances Act of 1970, when that was first set up, passed by Congress, signed into law, cannabis was put in Schedule 1, meaning it is in the same exact schedule, drug class, as heroin and as LSD. It also means that currently, formally, there is no approved medical use or potential medical benefits of cannabis.
Hold on, let me stop it for 1 second. My bad, y'all. I thought they already changed this law to where they made like marijuana, like, you know, less criminal. Didn't they already do this? Like, I don't understand. Like, now it's saying like Trump is signing into law to make it a Schedule 3 to make it like, I guess, like Tylenol and these other type drugs. So basically it ain't really criminal no more or whatever. But I thought, like, what? Am I confused or something? I thought all that shit switched over. Like, I thought it was legit now. There's people walking down the street smoking weed now, and it wasn't no problems unless you in like one of those little Alabama towns or down in Mississippi. Then you get caught with a blunt, they throw you in jail for about 4 or 5 years for some bullshit. But I don't know, man. Let's keep it going, man. Jen S, salute to everybody in the pub watching right now. Appreciate all y'all. Salute. Thank you so much.
Cannabis. Moving it to Schedule 3 puts it in the same drug class as Tylenol with codeine, meaning there is potential medical benefits of those drugs. Cannabis has never been studied formally at the FDA. And if you think about it, Yasmin, a lot of states already have medical cannabis laws on the books. There have been a lot of independent studies done that have shown that cannabis does have medical benefits, and yet none of them have been sanctioned or approved by the government until potentially now.
Founder of Binance. Can you explain why you chose to pardon him, and did it have anything to do with his involvement in your family's? Which one was that? The founder of Binance. He has an involvement in your own family's crypto business.
I believe we're talking about the same person, because I do pardon a lot of people. I don't know. He was recommended by a lot of people. A lot of people say that. Are you talking about the crypto person? A lot of people say that he wasn't guilty of anything. He served 4 months in jail, and they say that he was not guilty of anything. That what he did, well, you don't know much about crypto. You know nothing about nothing. You fake news.
Man,
he was somebody that, what? I was told. I don't know him. I don't believe I've ever met him. But
so Trizzy, you pardon a motherfucker that you don't know nothing about. You talking about, yeah, a lot of people said that he didn't do nothing wrong. Like, you didn't know him, Trizzy? Like, you just pardon people you don't know nothing about or nothing. You didn't read up on him or look into him or nothing. Like, you ain't sounding too good right now. Like, yeah, like, you don't know nothing about crypto. He's snapping on the reporters and shit, but damn, you don't even know about the dude you pardon.
I've been told a lot of support. He had a lot of support, and they said that what he did is not even a crime. Wow. It wasn't a crime. That he was persecuted by the Biden administration, and so I gave him a pardon at the request. He just went off. Sure. She's shocked that I picked her. She's like in a state of shock.
I'm not thinking.
That's okay. I know you're not thinking. You never do.
I'm sorry.
Nah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
In a tweet this weekend, Mr. President, you said that it's incorrect to say you're limiting the scope of the FBI investigation.
What does that have to do with trade? I don't mind answering the question, but, you know, I'd like to do the trade.
It has to do with the other headline in the news, which is the Capitol.
I know, but how about talking about trade, and then we'll get to that.
They went into
my wife's closet. And I'll say this, number one, it's very bad, but it sounds a little strange. They looked at her drawers. You have drawer, and then you have drawer. Her undergarments, sometimes referred to as panties, are folded. Perfect.
Man, what the fuck is Trizzy? Somebody broke into Trizzy's crib or something? What is he talking about? They went into his... Huh? I gotta look into this story. What is... I don't even know what he's talking about. I know ain't nobody broke into your spot and was looking at Melania panties and shit like that. Baby Case was good.
Perfect, wrapped.
Christy,
They're
what
like
up?
so perfect. I said, that's beautiful. You know, it's the part of the world she came from. Everything was perfect, no problem.
It looks like they couldn't redact this one. Now, if you read this...
Oh, when they raided his Florida home. Okay. He's saying they was looking at her underwear and shit, man. Trizzy crazy, man.
specific email. This one's very interesting. First of all, Clinton and Trump must pay for what they did to us, as must the rest of the men that were involved in their seedy inner circle. And I quote, my friend had sexual intercourse with Clinton, Prince Andrew, and Richard Branson? Sex tapes were in fact filmed on each separate occasion. I eventually managed to persuade her to send me some of the video footage, which she kept, implicating all men. I have backed up the footage on several USB sticks and have securely sent them to various different locations throughout Europe. Another friend was one of many girls that had sexual relations with Donald Trump. She confided into me about her casual friendship with Donald. Mr. Trump definitely seemed to have a thing for her, and she told me how she kept going on about how he liked her what? Donald Trump liked what? And what? Her what? Until they were wrong? One evening when we were showering together, she showed me her what? They looked incredibly painful as they were red and swollen, and I remember wincing when I looked at them. I also know she had sexual relations with Trump at Jeffrey's NY mansion on regular occasions, as I once met Jen for coffee just before she was going to meet Trump and Epstein together at his mansion. Yeah, there's no escaping this one. You might as well wrap it up. Pam Bondi, Donald Trump, the whole damn administration, wrap it up.
Melania.
They don't want to release the files, man. Everybody in them motherfucking files. Everybody. That's why they ain't coming out. And that's why they not coming out. I'm starting to believe that's exactly why they not coming out all the way, because everybody in there. They like shit. And I know they probably trying to clean up some of the shit and black out names and everything and clean up a little bit, but it's just too much. Like at this point right now, I don't like. At first, I thought my boy Trizzy went in there, but I think Trizzy probably in those files, man. Trizzy probably went over there and might have knocked off a few little young things, been involved in some freak offs or something, man. Hopefully, he was involved with some grown ups and not kids. You know what I'm saying?
Was Epstein's girl. That's how he met her. How Trump met her. Allegedly, that's what they were saying, that was Epstein was with her first.
What? They said Epstein was with Melania first. Nah, man. Melania was like a little supermodel type thing or something. I don't know.
Girl, that's how he met her. How Trump met her. Allegedly, that's what they were saying, that was Epstein was with her first.
That shit crazy, the radiation fog. And it's flooding going on. They said they've been flooded in Washington for 2 weeks, y'all. And they said they just in the calm of the storm now. They ain't even, they talking about it's gonna get worse or something. Like, that shit crazy, because you're not here. I mean, I'm seeing videos on TikTok now, like a lot of people posting it, and it's crazy, man. It's just sad. Like, I'm talking about it's damn it's bad there. I'm talking about homes floating underwater. Bad. Damn.
I want to know why.
That should be like a big emergency. That should be like a world country emergency. Like they should be like over there urgently trying to help those people and everything. Cause that's bad.
No reporters are talking about the flooding that's going on in Washington State. Why is it that we are only finding out about what's going on because people are doing the reporting? I first heard about flooding in Washington State by scrolling on TikTok and seeing a young lady who was so scared because she was advised at 1 o'clock in the morning that they need to evacuate. And she don't know where she gonna go.
Damn.
They said the levees might break. But nobody is reporting about it. Why is this not on world news? The flooding is as bad as it is almost Katrina. Especially if levees can break.
That's
Why
crazy.
is no one reporting on this? Is this administration so messed up that they're willing to let people drown? Why are we finding out about flooding in Washington State from people on social media that are not even reporters? Do they have y'all back under control?
That's
That the
crazy.
news is being suppressed and we not finding out about stuff unless we find out about it on TikTok. People over there suffering. They need help. They don't know how to get out. They don't know where to go. They surrounded by water on both sides. Levees are breaking and nobody is reporting it. And keep posting y'all information. We checking up on y'all. And I know it's not a lot that we can do, but we trying to help repost your stories and help get your information out there because it's not on the news. Not the way that it should be. I haven't seen it on no news. So y'all like, share, comment, and repost so we could try to help get their story out.
No.
So look, they can predict the weather and they can prevent things from happening, anything they want to, basically. Anything. You know what I'm saying? They can prevent it. They know when shit finna happen ahead of time and everything. But it's crazy how these towns and how this flooding been going on. And it just wasn't in Washington. It's been happening in a few different areas and different spots and everything. Like, they not giving people like no warning or nothing. Like, hey, it's finna hit in a few days. Like, y'all get it. It's like the shit happened and then they talk like, oh, they got hit with a big rainstorm and it flooded bad and levees broke and everything. And it's like after the fact and everything. That's how you know that they be like deliberately doing some of this stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. Let me make sure I say that before they be trying to make it seem like I'm just putting shit out here. But for real, man, that's crazy. Queen Libra, what's up with you?
Is the world really about to end? So you have Dubai, the desert. Allegedly, the governor in Dubai is telling the residents to stay inside as it's about to be heavy rain set. Nah, y'all, I'm talking about the desert, though. Do they even get rain? I know AZ, we the desert, but we get some rain. They say these motherfuckers gonna get no rain. So this can't be normal for them. Dubai officials are saying that the streets is flooded. If you don't have to come outside, I bring your ass outside. Mars is getting flooded. Water falls down from bridges. Cars is merging water. Look at this shit. Now, y'all, it look like slush rain to me. Now, they saying that today, Thursday, supposed to get way more rain. So that's why they giving, residents heads up. My thing is, though, ain't this the richest country? You niggas don't have the drains. Now, hear me out. Do y'all think this is nature or y'all think this is man-made? They fucking with the cloud. Comment down below and y'all let me know what y'all thinking. Because how I'm thinking, it ain't looking right.
Man, they definitely fucking with they modifying the weather. They doing what they want to do. And Dubai the one, ain't they the ones that came out and said, like, we can make it rain whenever we want to make it rain? Didn't they make it rain before? Like, wasn't this last year or maybe months ago or something when they had made it rain over there. Was that Dubai or it was somewhere close over there, something. And they made it rain. So you know they can do that whenever they want to. They probably just took a page out of our playbook. Like shit, let's flood it on out and rebuild and start over and everything. I remember didn't they do that last year, right? And they came out and they admitted it. They came out like, because it's a whole like a little documentary type news segment of them talking about it, like how they can make it rain whenever they want to, you know what I'm saying, by cloud seeding and everything. So this shit crazy, y'all. Let's keep it going. Hit that like button, keep the algorithm jumping, y'all.
I blew it off until there was, some other pictures that came up with other people.
What other people? Other pictures?
If you want me to say, there's a picture of Erica Kirk with a ponytail, and from her past. That person matches who I saw at Fort Huachuca in the lobby the night before, and she was with that man in the lobby, and that man, he was present at that meeting. The next morning.
If you had to put it at a percentage that you saw that the girl in the ponytail matches the description of Erica Kirk, what percentage would you put that at?
Those are really rare eyes. That's 95 to 99%. I can't imagine somebody else.
Okay, so what I'm going to say, because obviously that's very explosive, and it's one of the reasons why I wasn't sure if I wanted to have you on. I'm going to be honest with you, because I guess I'll tell you the conflict that I had and just be.
Hey, right, ATS. This right here was the best soap opera this year, I swear. They killed us with this show. This was the best show this year, the Charlie Kirk show.
Just as honest with you as you are being with me. The first thing was, I can't confirm it, right? I can confirm where you were. I can do all of that, but I can't confirm what you think you saw. I don't know you. I don't know. There are people like my husband who we can see someone once and he recognizes that person 10 years later exactly where we saw them. And there are people like me, and I kind of have facial blindness until I meet someone 3 times. The second thing was, I didn't want people to wrongly extrapolate things and say, okay, well, maybe she was on the base. Maybe there's a chance she wasn't on the base, right? That she has a doppelganger. People do have doppelgangers. I have doppelgangers, right? But let's say she was in the base. Let's say you're right. And you saw her. This is the night before. This is on the 8th. And maybe she was in the hotel, but maybe she was there for a different reason. Maybe she was there because she's always been open about the fact that her mother moved to Arizona because she got involved with the military. So that could be totally unrelated to the meeting that took place on the 9th. And I didn't want to, but then I said to myself, this man has lived through so much. You know what I mean? This man has lived through so much, and I would be turning my back on this, really a hero for discovering the cartels who's lived through so much and has been treated like the government. And then
it's crazy because Candace just sat down with Erica Kirk and they had a 2-hour talk, and she said she was going to get the release and some of the stuff, and it haven't been released yet. Maybe they still cutting it up or trying to get the clips together or whatever, but I would thought they would have dropped it, released the clips by now. I've been looking for it. Like, where are the clips at? Like, I want to see how she was reacting and some of the stuff, like some of the answers she was coming up with and what she was saying. Shit, crazy.
Flew out to Candace just to tell Candace that she was right about a lot of things. For all the people who kept saying, stop talking about the grieving widow. That's not godly. That's not nice to do that. Candace is a crazy lady. How do you genuinely feel now? This lady just went on a press tour bashing Candace, condoning anybody else that was bashing Candace and calling her crazy and trying to gaslight the public, yelling at everybody to stop investigating and stop asking questions, just to fly to Candace and tell her that she was right. So now is Erica going to go on a public apology tour, or is that not godly? But I guess it was godly when she had her side of the world gaslighting the public when we were like, hey, this doesn't make any sense at all. And she yelling at everybody to stop asking questions. Erica told Candace she was right. Charlie did text Andrew Colvett and Dan Flood the night before saying he was gonna die. So again, why didn't he tell his wife? He chose to keep that information from the mother of his kids. That doesn't concern y'all still? Erica still has one person, Andrew Colvett, working under her organization who suspected and received the text message from Charlie that he thought he was going to die the next day. And Erica is still calling him her family. Mind you, Andrew Colvett never told Erica that Charlie said that. The day he said that, leading up to 3 months later, he still never told her. Erica found out through Candace, the person that she went on a press tour telling everybody to bash. Then when she was asked, why didn't you come to Candace's defense this whole time when you knew that your company was lying on Charlie and on Candace, she said she was still learning things from Candace's podcast. How? When the second you decided to speak, you hopped straight on the Candace hate train and told everybody that she was a crazy lady.
Right. And then she backpedaled and went totally against the grain and was acting like she cool with Candace. Like, yeah, we're sitting down, we're gonna have a talk and everything. Like, after you was going crazy, talking all this shit and everything. Like, kind of weird. It don't make no sense.
What was you learning? And here's the best part. Her legal team that she trusts so much that they got the guy don't even have concrete evidence to prove that Tyler Robinson pulled the trigger. They said that everything that we know is what her legal team knows. But what we know doesn't even make sense. Yet she went on a press tour telling everybody to stop asking questions because they know for a fact confidently that they got the guy. Here's the crazy part. Not only is she not going to go on a public apology tour, apologizing to Candace and apologizing to the public, not only did Charlie tell everybody around her that he felt like he was going to die tomorrow, and he also said, they are going to get me. Somehow, she still thinks Tyler Robinson did it, even though she has the text messages to show that Charlie Kirk was pissed off at Jewish donors, and then shortly after that, he said, they are going to get me. And somehow she thinks that it's still Tyler Robinson. And let me clarify.
Tyler Robinson didn't do that. They just threw that on him. Like, dog don't even have a demeanor. Like, his whole swag style, like, you can look like, man, he ain't did no shit like that, man. He probably don't even know how to shoot no motherfucking sniper rifle or nothing.
Clarify, she thinks that it's only Tyler Robinson. Obviously, I don't believe that, but this just further proves that she is public enemy number one.
Good morning, guys. I'm back. Welcome back,
guys. Charisma was good.
Welcome back. Boss, you know, the reptilians do this thing every year where they rewire your brain and then they scan it to make sure you stay loyal forever. We'll talk about that later. What have I missed? I've heard this has been a very interesting Saturnalia. What's going on? What you guys been up to? Sir, we've been shooting 100% from the three-point line. Oh, do tell. We sent one of our guys down there to shake up Brown University. What? Brown? Sarah, that was you? I wish. That was Tim that thought of it. Tim? Give me something. Took me 3 years to write that script, sir. Took me 3 years to write that script. But you see, the Brown University ritual was so special, they didn't even realize it. We did it the night of the Heisman Trophy Award. Really? Remember, the man who the Heisman Trophy is named after, he went to Brown University. Oh, you boys were busy this weekend. And, sir, we packed up Rob Reiner, his wife, and we blamed it on their son. Wow. Robert Reiner equals 78. He's dead at 78. What did the public say? They think it's an Epstein Files distraction. What? We could have told them that Jesus wrote those files, man. That's so stupid. Just believe anything we say. It's not real.
Listen, this satire and it's funny. You know what I'm saying? This definitely funny and everything, but this probably exactly how they be in those closed rooms that we don't know nothing about. The elites and the top, the power, the people of in these rooms that's running everything. This is exactly how they probably be talking. Like, yeah, it took me a minute to write that script, but you know, like,
just never know such thing as no Epstein Files. Jesus. And you know the whole thing with Candace Owens and Erica Kirk, we've been making them go fake back and forth. We made them meet 33 weeks after Candace's birthday, 33 hours to find Charlie Kirk's killer. Someone tell Erica Kirk she needs more acting classes. No, seriously. That's people are starting to catch on. It's looking crazy. And yesterday, Greg Biffle with the plane crash ritual on the anniversary when Kobe Bryant jersey retired. You guys have been doing a wonderful job. All right. When does Saturnalia end again? On the 23rd, I think Tuesday. Listen, and the 21st is the winter solstice. Yes, sir. We need to make sure. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. I still say we take out LeBron. All right. All right. You guys are doing a wonderful job. All right. Hey, January 17th. Okay. That's for the New Year's. Writing it down right now, sir. January 17th. All right, people. Let's end it right.
Man.
The reason for it was they don't want us to know that how we live now is quite primitive, really. I mean, we think that this technology we're using right now is fantastic. And imagine our ancestors having something like this where we could talk as we're doing now without being in the same room, or sit on a beach and watch a film and do our shopping and our banking. But it's not good technology because of the damage, because of the screen time, because of the way the screen's designed, because of the dopamine hit we get from, doom scrolling and getting quick information but not really taking it in. The technology they had before was way better than that. But what they wanted to do was show a very slow evolution with regard to our technology. So it's gradual. We start off with fire, and then we've got the wheel, and then we have, commerce. We become farmers. And then very slowly we enter the Industrial Revolution, and then we suddenly develop and discover electricity, So by bolting on a period of time, actually 800 years, and calling it the Dark Ages, where nothing happened, we've got this slow evolution. You can see how we've slowly progressed. If we remove those 800 years, then we appear to have, if we follow academia, we appear to have gone from literally defecating in a bucket and throwing it into the street to having electricity within a very, very short period of time.
Right. Because as I think about it, like in the early 1900s, as they told us or whatever, and what we assume or expect or whatever, back then, when they was riding around on horses and shit, wasn't even no cars and everything. Within this 100 years to 2000, the technology been coming crazy at a fast rate. And then this last 25 years, just from last 30 years, from 1995 to right now, 2025, it seemed like they've been bringing shit out super fast. Oh yeah, we got to hurry up and drop that technology, but they probably been had it. But if you think about it, within this 125, 130 years, we had a lot of shit that then came and dropped and everything. That lets you know that some of this shit, man, back in the days when they was trying to front like we didn't have that technology, it already was here. And they probably still got some shit that we can't even imagine right now. I know they got shit. They time machines and everything that they ain't dropped yet. I know they got the hologram shit where we ain't gonna have to use phones no more. We could just say something and it's gonna pop up in front of our face, hologram type shit or something. Man, I know they got this stuff.
So that's why they did it. They wanted to show a sort of a progression, because they didn't want anyone to find out that actually we were way more advanced before. And the technology we had, which was working with frequency and vibration, cymatics and so on, and harnessing energy using the ether and the Earth's electromagnetic grid, they don't want us to be aware that that's a possibility. So it was really that was the purpose of it. They invented fictitious figures, events that never took place. And this is quite well evidenced. you'll probably find most people, if they go into an old cathedral or an old church, they'll probably find a plaque or a tomb somewhere that has J as the first number. And they'll be told that that's how they used to write ones. But often those dates have a 1 in them as well. So you can see straight away that that isn't the case. The J stands for the millennial reign of Christ. 1,000-year period of peace where everything is built by the angels. And by angels, people of a far higher frequency and level of intelligence to us. People that came down from the sky. So not literal angels. But it's also on books. I've seen pottery with it on, with the J as the first letter, and buildings too. And in my first book, I actually put a couple of photographs in there. One building's in Omar, here in Britain. And it's now, believe it or not, an auto electrical company. They forgot to go and add the 1 to the date. So it says 789.
Man, this shit crazy, man. I know they be suppressing information and technology and stuff and everything. You know they do, y'all. This shit all by design. Like, it's all a system that we part of and everything. They could have been had cars probably running off water if they wanted to. But they not going to do that because it's all a program. It's all part of the system. That'll mess up their whole oil and gasoline industry if they let that ride. That's how when these dudes and these people be figuring it out, this different stuff and technology, like these dudes figure out how to run cars off water or make diesel fluid out of plastic and do all this type of stuff. They end up missing or getting their nose wiped, or we don't hear about them no more or nothing. Or right, a lot of times we don't hear about none of it no more. Like, I ain't even, like, the dude that tried to help Flint, Michigan when we had the water crisis, he was putting these machines up there that create clean water just from the moisture out the air and everything. And they was fucking his machines up and everything. Like, it was getting destroyed every time he put them up a few times. They kept on getting destroyed. And now I don't hear nothing about it. I don't know what happened to them or nothing. Some of these people, they probably get visited by somebody and be like, hey, we need you to shut the fuck up. We finna write you this check. Don't say nothing else. Just cool out, man. Go sit down somewhere. If you don't want to take this option right here, then the other option is we go put you to sleep for a long time. Shit crazy, man. Let's keep it going. Hit that like button, y'all. Keep the algorithm jumping.
Bro, this is crazy. That's the way to get in there. Alright, bro, we about to talk about it. We're about to talk about it, bro. I want to get to one part. Look at that. Look at that.
I wonder if this real, if this a real video. Because if it is, first thing I'm thinking about is that new series that just came out, Land versus Sea, with the sea people and shit living a whole nother life underwater and everything. Like, this shit, this shit crazy.
Let's talk about it. First of all, my name French Dose, man. I do this for educational and entertaining purposes only. And this is the proof right here to where you know that aliens are in the ocean. There's portals in the ocean. There's lost lands, right? And cities that are in the ocean because the portals that are down there deep in the ocean, bro. Let's take another look.
And they saying aliens in the ocean. I just thought about it, from watching that new series I was talking about. What if it's just a whole nother civilization down there? And in the series they call them homo C some they call them some whatever, man. But what if it's like a whole civilization living underwater, and that's who we thinking is the aliens up under there or whatever? And could that be a possibility?
Look at that, bro. How did that get there? How did that get there, man? Let's take another look. Bro, that looks like a hallway somewhere. The aliens that can breathe underwater, right? Or wherever they come from, or however this works, they was living out here. They was living out here. Pay attention, man. Leave it in the comments, hit the like button, make sure y'all follow me here for more, man. The truth is the truth. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at the truth. Salute.
So there's very good possibility they're harvesting free energy and selling it to us with these monstrosities that they strap the earth with wires and cables and steels all over the earth to sell you what is free, because there is free energy, and we know that because of the Tartarian architecture and from Tesla's experiments. So yeah, we could get rid of these pieces of shit. Just another piece of garbage the occult put on our beautiful earth. So sign, share, and promote the Full Disclosure Act so we can get rid of these monstrous pieces of shit. It's supposed to carry electricity, right, to our houses. We don't need it. Back in Tartaria, they used to heat their houses with radium. Radium is radioactive material that heats your house and heats everything, all the energy you could possibly want for thousands of years. Yeah, I don't believe in nuclear bombs. I don't believe radiation is dangerous. And I don't believe we need these to carry electricity. We can generate our own electricity at our house. But more interesting, there's a theory that these don't just carry electricity, but using Tesla's mechanical resonance and his theories on electricity, these actually harvest etheric energy. Yeah.
Somebody figured out that with the right sound, light, and frequency, the human brain can be programmed.
Oh, big time. Oh, you better believe it.
And somebody put together, I call it a simulation, because why is Elon Musk saying there's a 1 in 1 billion chance that we're living in base reality? What if Joe McGonigal CIA declassified documents that's on the CIA website when he said whoever was on Mars, when they built pyramids on Mars, one group of them said, look, we had our time, we going in stasis lock. The rest said they was going off world to a nearby planet. But they said they couldn't figure out how to get out. And he was like, he didn't know what they're trying to get out of. They all trying to get out the simulation. Because in the Bible, it talks about how a guy survived in the belly of a fish for 12 days. What fish is this?
Right.
Look at this thing. What is going on here, Connecticut? What is going on here? Connecticut State Capitol. Let's get into it. Make it make sense.
See, shit like this. This what I'm talking about. This probably was built before 1900. I don't know when this was built. But we didn't build it. Well, I don't how, and if it was built before 1900, how? That's what I'm saying. When we thinking in our head back in 1900, it wasn't nothing but like horses and motherfuckers with the carriages and donkeys and they had the chisels to think, and it take one person to break up all this stone to put the, like, how can somebody like put this together like so good in sequence like this and so large? Like, that's what I'm saying. They had to have some technology or something.
1871, 1876. Not a castle, it said. It said in big letters, it said not a castle. So I'm like, all right, checks out. The state capitol. Look at this thing. What were they doing back then? Come on, Connecticut.
That's
Come
crazy.
On. Yo, did anyone else not eat carrots as a kid? You can't see this? Those griffins? Eagles?
This is crazy.
Come on. Who are these guys? Why is anyone not talking about Connecticut? Has anyone seen this building before? Look at these guys.
That's crazy, right?
Come on, man. Come on. What are those designs in the building? Make it make sense. Wadsworth, yeah. Isn't that a cartoon character? Make it make sense, Connecticut. This thing is insane.
That's
You guys
crazy.
crazy? What's going on in there?
That's
Let us
amazing.
make this perfectly clear. We are to rewrite Tartarian history. We are to remove everything. And it's all there in the CIA document. And the reason that they did that is actually twofold. One is they didn't want us knowing that there is free energy out there, that we don't have to pay, because the Industrial Revolution was coming. And obviously that was all engineered. People like, let's give a good example, Isambard Kingdom Brunel. These were all characters that were created. They're people that existed, but they were given information. They slowly released technology that would be powered using the Industrial Revolution, the beginning of the fossil fuel industry. There was a lot of money to be made through coal and oil. There was no money to be made from energy being harnessed from the ether. So that was one of the reasons for removing Tartarian information and technology, because they saw an opportunity to make an incredible amount of money by burying this and introducing, the Industrial Revolution. But the other reason that they did it, and a lot of people don't look into this, is they wanted to make Russia look backward in comparison to the West. So by removing the fact that really Russia was the stronghold of the Tartarian Empire, by removing absolutely everything, and this was done by the Jesuits. They stole information, they bought information from people, they blackmailed to get information.
Man, this shit crazy, man. I'm getting thoughts in my head. I'm thinking. Like downloads is coming as I'm watching and hearing them speak about this. Like, just imagine back then when they had this technology, the Tartarian era and all that, when they building this shit and everything. A family come along or some people come along and they realize, like, man, they got this technology, and they have the means and the power to take it, erase everything, and we're like, we finna start all over, and we'll be able to control the world forever with this technology, because don't nobody really have it yet. And they like, now I'm thinking about these families that's running everything, and like, it makes you think about that Titanic movie, all that and everything. Like, they got some of this stuff, and then they suppressed it, took it for themselves, and held it, and then use it for their own benefits for their family to run everything and keep this whole system going. And they generated this system, and we all just was born into this shit and stuck in it. It's crazy.
Then removed the people that they got the information from and kept it for themselves. This was financed through the Rothschilds because the Vatican was on its knees. They bailed them out, and this was a condition. We need your help, you need ours. So they sent the Jesuits out. The Jesuits then infiltrated the Freemasons, and they removed all of this. So ultimately, they made Russia look backward. This is all to do with the British Empire. And they wanted the British Empire to be seen as the pioneers of everything, not just technology, but of civilization. That they are more upstanding, more intelligent, better breeding than everyone else in the world, when actually there's strong evidence to suggest that us Caucasian people have been around, for a lot less amount of time than the people that they're trying to dismiss as savage and primitive.
I think by if you say like 2040, probably there are more humanoid robots than there are people.
So on the order of 10 billion. Yeah.
Yes.
And your price point on these humanoid robots?
Yeah, the price point will be, I think, quite low. Probably $20,000, $25,000 for a robot that can do anything.
The idea is to get rid.
Man, he said by 20. When he say by 2040? Did he say by 2040, y'all? 2040, 15 years. He said that he believed it'd be more robots than humans. 10 million robots. Man.
Yes.
And your price point on these humanoid robots?
Yeah, the price point will be, I think, quite low. Probably $25,000 for a robot that can do anything.
The idea is to get rid of cash, right? Because once you've got rid of cash and you've got digital money, digital currency, then whoever controls the digital currency controls everything. Because if you go into a shop and you want to buy something and you hand over a card and that card is declined, you ain't buying it. And if you look at what's happening in places like China, where they've got this social credit system, where if you don't behave in the way the government wants, then you get points deducted and you can't travel, you can't buy, you can't sell. That's where this is going. And it's all about control. If people don't wake up to it, then they're going to find themselves in a world not too far from now, where freedom is gone because the ability to say no is gone. Credits clip from Anything Goes with James English podcast featuring David Icke.
Is the United States going cashless pretty soon? Well, if we don't pay attention to what's going on in the EU right now, we might see that reality. Because look, the EU just passed a law that will put a cap on cash purchases over $10,000, and that starts in mid-2027. And if you thought that that was all they were doing, you would be wrong about that, because they're really trying to get cashless as fast as possible. Because there are already 7 countries in the EU that are either close to being cashless or are already cashless. Sweden, Finland, Netherlands, Norway, Denmark, Estonia, and Lithuania. And this isn't necessarily just about being a cashless society either. No, they also passed some other pretty concerning laws revolving money too. Because another one of the laws that they passed is a KYC, which is Know Your Customer, which are built on a series of anti-money laundering directives, setting the rules for financial institutions, banks, crypto firms, lawyers, etc., to verify customer identities, assess risks, and prevent financial crimes like money laundering. So basically what they're saying is if you have any money anywhere, any assets anywhere, including on a cold wallet for cryptocurrency, you need to report that. If not, it could be considered money laundering. And just like many banks do in the United States, they'll hide behind the veil of fraud prevention and risk, saying money laundering is the reason why we make all these rules. And that's what they said for the cash purchases too. Cash purchases over $10,000, they start at mid-2027 to fight money laundering. And this is why we need to keep our head on a swivel in the United States, because if this is happening in the EU and they're rapidly accelerating a cashless society, they could easily attempt to implement that here in the United States as well. And trust me, as a former banker, I can tell you, banks are very quick to make rule changes and claim it's done for fraud prevention purposes and anti-money laundering purposes, just like we're seeing the EU talk about. All the while, really, what's happening is now they can control your money. Now they want to know exactly how much you have in assets. Now they want to tell you how you can pay for things and how much exactly you can spend cash-wise. That's not fair. So this is about your money and this is about my money. It's no longer left versus right. This is the powers that be attempting to control everything going on in your financial world. As if they didn't have all the money in the world to begin with, now they want to restrict how you can spend it too. So stop with the division, stay smart up here, pay attention to what's going on, and protect yourself as much as possible, because if the EU is doing this, it could very well happen in the United States.
Right. Nudie, Jazzy, what's good? Hey, I don't want that to come over here, man. I don't want this to be no cashless society. Like, we don't want that. But that's what they want. They want us to be using the card to pay for everything, and what comes with that, everything being digital, is data. They gonna know everything about everybody. They already know everything about everybody right now. But that way they gonna know what you're spending on, where you spending, how, what you like, all type of shit. Just like, man, like I can see it, like, oh man, it's definitely a control system. They trying to create a control system, and I don't know how long we got. You know, I know it's happening over there and everything, so I mean, we still might have a little time over here. But if it's happening over there, eventually it's probably go roll over here too. So, I mean, this shit crazy, man. Crazy how the direction this whole world is going in and everything. But Stay on wave, y'all. Protect your peace. Watching these videos, take it day by day. Keep that love around. Keep that good energy around. Keep vibrating those high frequencies. Somehow, some way, in the end, we will win. You feel me? With all this crazy stuff going on, man. Salute to my content management moderators, everybody in the chat. Appreciate all y'all engaging and talking and everything. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. It's your boy Thao, FamOver TV. Peace and love, health and wealth to everybody. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.
FamOver.